With all the options of things that you can get addicted to, make sure that it's something at the top of this list, as you can quit anytime you want with ease. And trust me, I'm a professional drug addict of almost 7 years and counting, and I can quit anytime I want, okay? Let's get the fuck right into the video. In all seriousness, I do understand how hard most addictions are to break, as humans are creatures of habit, and humans associate things with feelings. So if something makes you feel good when you feel like shit, that thing is now number one over anything else. So that's kind of where most addictions start. But stop the chit chat and let's get the fuck right into the video. Starting off with social media, TikTok, doom scrolling addiction. Okay? It's going to be a battle, man, but you got it. For a lot of you, good luck. I'm just going to put it out there. I'm sorry. Some of you are too far gone. You'll never understand. I think you'll understand when you're older. And when you get older, you start to understand it's pretty lame to keep watching people's lives instead of living your own. Moving on, TikTok now ranks in yellow tier. It's going to be a battle, man, but you got it. Moving on to steroid addiction. It might be too late if you don't stop now. Okay, the more time that you are putting your body under that sort of like stimulation, the harder it is for your body to naturally produce those type of hormones, muscles that you were fucking building off of the steroids or SARMs, you know? And then most people who start doing this have to end up doing it for years. So that's why they go off and on cycle, because their body just can't handle it. But then now their body's addicted to it. So their body can't handle life without it. Now you just feel sluggish like shit. I would stop now if you've started. Otherwise, it might be too late, brother. Moving on to alcohol. All right. This channel is all about preventing addiction and drug addiction, especially as that is what I've struggled with. Alcohol addiction is for real. Okay. It's its own separate thing from drug addiction in this tier list, which, oh shit, let me fucking, put the Xanax popsicle, all right. Sorry about that. Alcohol is a beast in its own. It's so legally available. It's so readily available. I mean, dude, there's commercials on this shit. Modelo, mark of a fighter. I don't usually drink beer, but when I do, Dos Equis, the most interesting man in the world. If you go to a party, you're gonna drink. It's unfortunate how available it is. I feel bad for all alcoholics, and I'm starting to feel bad for myself because I'm finding it quite difficult to stop drinking. I'm just kidding. I could stop anytime that I want, except for tonight after work. The W-2 jobs get to you, all right? Alcohol, it's going to be a battle, man, but you got it. You got it. I almost want to put it down here in green. It might be too late if you don't stop now. Like I said, this is a drug, and drug addiction is quite harsh. I speak from experience, and it's quite difficult to escape from. Alcohol has been quite difficult to escape from for me. It's always been in my life, and it hasn't left throughout these 6 years that I've been addicted to drugs. It's always been around. It might be too late if you don't stop now, but we're going to borderline put it in yellow tier. It's going to be a battle, man, but you got it. You got it, guys. Moving on to personal work or personal goal addiction. You're so addicted to building your business. You're so addicted to starting your YouTube channel. You're so addicted to whatever personal work that you have going on, be it whatever. It's not the hardest thing ever, but you might need to put some work in. All right? It's not also the worst thing ever to be addicted to. But if you're addicted to this, addiction usually starts taking time from other things. And if it's taking time from your family, your relationships, your friendships, even if you work a employed job, like a W-2 job, and it's starting to bleed into that, like say you're showing up to work tired and you're starting to get demoted, that starts to ruin your real life as well. I mean, this is part of your real life, so keep it that way. It's going to land smack here, dead in the middle. It's not the hardest thing ever, but you might need to put some work in. Not the worst addiction either. All right, it's kind of a long tier there, but sorry. Moving on to sex addiction. It's actually crazy how many people are addicted to this. But it's going to be a battle, man. But you got it. You got it. There's meetings for this type of shit. There's communities who focus just on this specific addiction. It's starting to be more openly accepted that this is a real addiction. As most things are. You can be addicted to quite literally anything. Okay? And it could mean just as much and impact you just as harshly as someone else's addiction that they think is a silly addiction, when in reality to you, it's just as life damaging. Sex addiction could definitely be life damaging, as it could ruin relationships when you cheat on your girl. So that sucks. I would get rid of that one, my boy. Moving on to lifting addiction, building a physique addiction. Oh, damn, I'm fucking big. I got to get back into it. I used to be addicted to this shit, and it was actually quite a decent addiction. Pretty cool addiction, as well as what we will now add to A tier. It's easy to put down with a little willpower, and it's a pretty cool addiction. Personally, I'm gonna have to put working out down here, and it's not the hardest thing ever, but you might need to put some work in. It's not the worst addiction either, okay? But it definitely can get there. This tier is in the middle because it can easily go south, okay? So can this. They could both easily go south. Now, I know they benefit you. This benefits your health. This benefits your life and your mental health. This benefits both of those. Helps you live longer. But if you start to take steroids, you're down here now, you know? So don't let this get out of hand. It's not the worst addiction, but if you start missing your dates with your lady to go hit the gym, dude, you could have hit the gym earlier. All right? It's just not that serious. I think it's really good for you if you love working out, but if you're addicted to it and you can't stop and you work out 3 times a day, buddy, it's not helping you get bigger, okay? You need the rest days, almost more than you need the days that you go. Now, moving on to caffeine. Honestly, I think it's easy to put down with a little willpower. I think most of us just don't want to do it because we're so fucking tired. I will say the actual addiction to caffeine makes you tired when you're coming off of it, because it's like a rebound effect. Whatever drug you're on rebounds oppositely, you know? Caffeine lifts you up. You're now feeling pretty down. You're feeling kind of sluggish, foggy maybe. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and put it. It's easy to put down with a little willpower. If you really want to, I think you could definitely put down caffeine. It's pretty cool. I mean, it makes you friends. Text the work group chat. Catch all everybody fucking with you now that you brought Red Bulls to work. Moving on to being a bitch. Being angry. You're addicted to just hating. You're addicted to hating on everything. You're addicted on hating things that are better than you because you're not them. You're addicted to hating on people who do things that you wish you could do. It's just who you are. It might be too late if you don't stop now. I hate to break it to you guys, but if you're an angry, hating, miserable piece of shit, most of you work at the jobs that I work for you and you're a manager most of the time, and you like to boss me around and you like to tell me that I won't be this or I won't do this, and you think you're better than me. Just tell me what to clean, bro, and go back to the office, and I'll let you know when I need your help. It might be too late for you, though, if you don't stop. I can tell you've already lost all your hair, just like if you look like this in this picture. And if you haven't already, I know you're fat, and I don't mean to shame anybody who has a weight problem. That's absolutely what we're not here to do. So no shaming any weight problems, but fuck you if you're an asshole. Moving on, I had to save that for the YouTube guidelines, right? Moving on to sports addiction. Basketball, track, competing maybe. You know, you're addicted to competing. At least in sports, professional sports, or guided sports, what does it call it? Refereed sports, you know. I would say it's easy to put down with a little willpower. It could easily become your whole life. Like, I would say Michael Jordan could never put this down, but most of us aren't Michael Jordan because most of us realize we're never going to be Michael Jordan. So sports is going to go ahead and land itself in orange tier. It's easy to put down with a little willpower. It's a pretty cool addiction. I mean, a lot of us aren't addicted to this because it's hard to be. You know, you're more of a hobby. You know, maybe it's just a constant hobby. That could be an addiction, but, you know, I bet it's not taking away from anything. So we're gonna say it's actually a pretty cool addiction. Moving on to nicotine addiction, vapes, cigarettes, whatever you name it. If I'm going to be fair and put alcohol here, it's going to be a battle, man, but you got it. You know, we're preventing drug addiction. I'm not going to ever tell you you can't quit, because you can. All right? You can definitely do it. But damn, nicotine addiction is hard. And that's coming from somebody who still smokes vapes to this day. Nicotine addiction is a motherfucker. And I didn't think it was going to be. I was one of those who always made fun of people who smokes vapes, but here we are. We'll smoke this off camera. Of course, that's what it would be if I were doing something off camera, but you can't prove what I'm doing, as I don't condone drug usage. So, moving on to Pornhub addiction, or porn addiction, sex content addiction, OnlyFans addiction. It's going to be a battle, man. All right. Personally, I've never really struggled with this. I've gone through phases where I obviously do it more often, but I've also never really had a problem or seen it affect me negatively. And it's not like I've ever jerked off 3 times in one day or some shit like that, you know? It's more of like a do it at night because I can't fall asleep, or it's been a few days since I busted one, let's rub one out type of thing for me. I know some people from watching videos, seeing people like Larry Wheels, somebody that I follow, come openly state, yeah, dude, I'm struggling with fucking campsite porn sites. That's a real ass man right there for admitting such a defeat and such an addiction. And he seems like he's struggling. So that's what I'm going to base this one off of. It's going here in yellow tier. It's going to be a battle, man. But you got it. Moving on to adrenaline addiction. Seeking things that you probably shouldn't be doing that are completely optional. Like skydiving. I mean, but what if the fucking reserve doesn't pull? Oh, man. It'll pull. There's a reserve. Well, let's restart this conversation. What if the chute doesn't pull? Oh, man, there's a reserve. But what if that doesn't pull? Yeah, now you're silent. Guess you have the rest of your life to figure that one out, right? While you're falling to your doom. If you're really addicted to this, I would say it's not the hardest thing ever, but you might need to put some work in. It's not the worst. I would even say maybe it's going to be a battle. It's not the worst addiction ever. You're not harming anyone else other than yourself. But at the same time, I'm torn about where to put adrenaline chasing, because you might be putting other people at risk. You might be risking yourself. You're risking your life. We're going to go ahead and put it in yellow. It's going to be a battle, man, but you got it. It's honestly not even worth it. Low key, not worth it is what we're going to add to this yellow tier here. And now we're going to have to make this a little smaller. Sorry, guys. It's a big old list we got here, eh? Sorry about all that. But yellow tier, it's going to be a battle, man, but you got it. It's low-key not worth it, though, to have this addiction at all. Adrenaline chasing. Moving on to movie watching. Sitting on your couch all day, watching shows, watching movies. You're addicted to media like movies or shows or anything of that nature, you know. I guess we could even throw YouTube in here, but it's more like a social media thing nowadays, especially with shorts. Talking about long form, hour-long shows like Walking Dead. You're addicted to rewatching The Walking Dead over and over or something. I would say it's not the hardest thing ever, but you might need to put in some work. It's not the worst addiction ever either. You're not killing anybody, but you are wasting a lot of time. Almost borderline goes down here. But I think it's more beneficial than fucking scrolling. At least you're watching art. Somebody created that with a passion, you know. Moving on to thieving addiction. You are addicted to stealing. It might be too late if you don't stop now. If you're anything like this guy, you might end up behind bars. You might end up with some legal charges. That's not something you want to go down. That's not a path you want to take. And that's not something you want to deal with. That's not anything I would want to deal with. That's why I don't go around stealing. That's why I don't consider robbing a bank. And you shouldn't either. Here in green, it might be too late if you don't stop now. Moving on to food addiction. Supersize me with this Big Mac. Honestly, we're going to go ahead and put it, it's going to be a battle, man. I know a lot of people who struggle with food addiction, especially if you live in the States. and you like McDonald's, I'm sorry. Moving on to maxing addiction. All you want to do is just be better than yesterday. All you want to do is carry the boats. You want to fucking do everything perfectly. Or you can't miss this routine. You do this routine. Just get so much. Like, you don't look that much better than you would have looked if you just did the basics, like just relax. You don't need a mew all day. All right. It might be too late because you might already be a pussy. I hate to break it to you, but that just might be who you are. I hope you're able to change it if you are maxing, but you're dropping here in green tier. It might be too late if you don't stop now. All right. Moving on to lying addiction. It might be too late if you don't stop now. If you're willing to lie about something small, what else are you willing to lie about? Not a good habit to form, as now, good luck forming regular relationships because nobody wants to trust your bitch ass. Moving on to love addiction. It's not the hardest thing ever, but you might need to put in some work. This could be from trauma. You really, really are missing a feeling of love. You feel like you need loved. It's not the worst addiction either if it goes the other way. That's why it's here in the middle. Because what if you just really are addicted to spreading love or you're full of love? That's why we'll put it here in the middle. No, let me know what you think about that one. Spending money that you don't have addiction. Shopping addiction. Buying things that you don't need addiction. Consumerism addiction. Oh, dude, have you seen that new car? Have you seen those new shoes? You're addicted to that shit. Dude, it might be too late, dude. You might have got caught by the man. Who's addicted to this? I don't buy things that I don't need personally. First of all, I don't have the money for it. I don't have the money for it. How do you get this addiction? Let me know, and let me know who you're friends with, because I'd like to know so I can try this addiction out. But until then, I can't really talk much on it. I do like spending money I don't have, though, but I wouldn't say I'm addicted to it because it hurts every single time, and I second guess it going on out. It happens rarely, but fuck. Doing it all the time, just wanting to buy new things, wanting to have the new next thing, you're lost. It might be too late if you don't stop now. Procrastination addiction. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next week. Or you keep talking about things you're going to do, but you never end up doing any of it. Good luck living with this addiction. It's going to ruin your life. You're going to hate yourself. You're going to hate everything about yourself as you don't trust yourself. That's even worse than nobody trusting you. All right. Moving on. I don't know what that is. Moving on to gambling addiction. It's going to be a battle, man. It's going to be a battle, man. Damn. Okay, look, these addictions are obviously rough and they ruin your entire life, but so do these. So we're going to have to rank these down here. Alcohol addiction and gambling addiction, it might be too late if you don't stop now. It could lead to years and years of pain, years and years of suffering, and potentially doing something that you cannot take back. That is why they are now moved down to green. It might be too late if you don't stop now. Gambling addiction and alcohol addiction. I have experience in alcohol addiction. My brother has experience in gambling addiction, so I've experienced it firsthand. Not pretty, not fun. Oh shit. Let's hurry up and finish this tier list so I can order a ride and go to work. Moving on to being a loser addiction. I know it's so similar to watching movies and social media, but it kind of combines the two. You actually just like doing nothing. Even at times if you're not doing this shit, you don't mind it. You're not even addicted to just one specific thing. You're just addicted to being lazy and lame. Good luck with that, honestly, going anywhere with that one. Good luck breaking that either, because that's just a character trait. You're going to have to really get some therapy for that one. Moving on to party addiction or wanting to fit in addiction, friend addiction. Oh, but I can't miss it. FOMO addiction is what I'm ranking here. It's going to be a battle, man. Honestly, it's not the hardest thing ever. Once you get older, you kind of realize it's super, super lame. But for the years that you're addicted to it, you're going to have to put some work in and understanding why it's lame and why you're a tool. You don't think you're a tool. It's not the worst addiction either, though. At least you'll learn something about yourself that you were a tool at one point in your life. Yeah, we're not going to rank that. I guess we can rank this. Phone addiction. I really pushed it with this one, I guess. Same as TikTok. Not even going to talk about it. W2 employment, going to work addiction. Now, this is actually not that bad of an addiction, but just like your own personal work or personal goal addiction, if you constantly think that you need to be at work, otherwise you don't feel fulfilled, then that's bad down here. Or if it starts taking away from family time, or you start missing events from your kids, or you missing your brother's shows or something, like that's bad. Okay, you're gonna have to consider a lot of things. You have to put in some work, but it's not the worst addiction ever. As at least your bank account's healthy, at least your pockets are nice. So, moving on to video game addiction. Honestly, you can quit anytime without consequences. Video game addiction. I don't care. I don't care. I know it could be down here for some of you. It's easy to put down with a little willpower. It's a pretty cool addiction. Can't make it into S tier. Quit anytime without consequences. Yes, it can. You can quit without consequences. Maybe you'll miss playing games a little bit, but actually, it's here. I don't care. It's my tier list. I like games, and I've always been able to put it down. It's never cost me a thing. It's actually only benefited me. I've met people. I've gained experiences with my brothers. Gaming's awesome. It's better than reading books. Moving on to benzodiazepines. Now, obviously, if gaming is starting to take away from anything, and you're gaming 12 hours a day and you're not going outside, that's a problem. Fine! Fine! We'll put it here. We're talking about addictions. I'm addicted to gaming. It's actually just a really, really fun hobby of mine. It's a passion of mine. But there's days that I don't go without it and I don't think about it, okay? I hate to break it to you, but it's so fun. It's so awesome. It's awesome to be addicted to it for a little bit even. Just don't let it go too far, okay? You might have consequences if you start fucking only gaming in your parents' basements. 15 years later, that's a consequence because you just missed 15 years of your life playing fucking Diablo 4. But last and certainly not least, drug addiction. My apparent favorite, because I can't seem to get rid of this guy. I still smoke weed on the daily, an ungodly amount, and I still drink a lot on the daily. Benzodiazepine addiction. Definitely. Or, well, I like the benzos, if you couldn't tell. Drug addiction. I know it's broad to rank all drug addictions in one category, as there's a lot of drugs that you can be addicted to. But if you want to listen to me go into every single drug that you can be addicted to, I have a channel dedicated to it that you can find in the description. Murby. It's all I do is talk about drugs on that channel. And on this channel, I want to prevent drug addiction, or any addiction of that matter. Drug addiction. Man, I guess depending on what you take, good luck, but you're never out with drug addiction. It might be too late if you don't stop now. All right? I'm just saying, it might be too late if you don't stop now. That's coming from somebody who struggled with addiction for 6 to 7 years of their life. All right? We did it! What did you guys think of my tier list? Do you agree? Also, just to touch on drug addiction a little more, it's ruined so many lives. It's taken so many lives that didn't need to be taken. Drug addiction is really bad. Okay? It's really bad. Don't try it. And if you enjoy it, get out. Get out. There's so much more to live for. You weren't meant to be faded all the time. You weren't meant to live life like that. That's no way to live. Searching for the next high is no way to live. But that ends our tier list. Do you agree? Yes or no? Let me know down in the comments below, and leave a like, subscribe, comment. It lets me know that you enjoyed, and it lets YouTube know that you enjoyed. Let's fuck this algorithm up, man. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good day, night, whenever you did catch it. And I hope to catch you in the next video. Peace. If you don't like, your fucking bitch!